Now let me talk my shit. Ain't no more free my nigga. They let him out that bitch. Time to give him real music. They too used to counterfeit. Well, let me introduce my nigga.
I send this out to my childhood role model. Big bank for Suzuki all road. Restart your clothes, had all the fine hoes. Every time he took a picture, equal out his bankroll.
Look, words kinda wish-wash. Yo bitch kinda flip-flop. That boy kinda crisscross. Make sure that he got Ricks, how you get your kicks off.
How you doing, bro?
What's going on, Frog? Nice to meet you.
Good seeing you, man. A lot of things going on with you. You're blowing up on the internet.
Right.
Let me ask you this for the first question.
Okay.
Are you on the cover of one of CeeLo's first or second albums? And if so, tell me about that.
Yeah, man. A lot of people probably ain't noticed that, but yeah, I was on the first one. We ended up taking that picture way in Houston, you know, some pencil, some graphic thing. Anyway, and we decided to fly out there, and some guys drove. I ain't never flew in my life, you know. So me and a guy named Boo Milton, you know, shout out to Boo Milton. He decided he wanted to fly, so I couldn't show him. I was scared. So I said, all right, I'm gonna fly. You know, CeeLo them, they drove, you heard me? But yeah, we went on, got the plane, and that's how we did that.
Frogamo Projects. Now, this is what I remember from Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge had the East Boulevard Projects, Channel 2 Projects, the Roosevelt Street Projects, Frogamo Project, and 17th Street Projects. I don't know if I'm missing any or not.
Right.
But you came from out of the
Frogamo Projects.
How was life in the Frogamo Projects when you were coming up? How were the living conditions, the people you were around?
Man, it was tough, man. It was, back then, man, I mean, it was food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, housing started, you know. You know, it wasn't no people with a lot of money not staying in the projects. So, you know, 3-4 people in a 3-bedroom apartment, you know, that could be kind of tight, you know, but we dealt with it, you know. That's how it was at that time.
Right, and at the time, who were the people who was living in the apartment with you?
At the time, it was my 3 sisters and my mom. You know, yeah, my dad wasn't there.
I got you. So from Frogamo Projects, Roosevelt Street Projects, across the track.
Right.
How was life in Roosevelt Street Project and that transition from Frogamo Projects to Roosevelt Street Project, which is would you say that's a bigger? They were the same size?
No, man. Say about Frogamo was like brick walls. You know what I'm saying? When summertime they sweat. You know what I'm saying? When the winter time they cold. So Roosevelt was totally different. Roosevelt was like a condominium compared to Frogamo. So it was a whole lot better.
Okay.
A whole lot better.
Would you say Roosevelt is what instilled in you to enter that life? The life of I would say if you was in Frogamo already, it was going down a little bit somewhere already with you with that life.
Nah. When I was in Frogamo, that life didn't even interest me. You know, I was more of a basketball sport guy. You know, I played football. You know, I was in a band. You know, I did everything that a kid's supposed to do. You know, intramural sports, big buddy program. You know, I did all that. Well, I could say probably when I moved over there, man, I got real curious about what was going on. I seen guys, you know, stutter coming across the track, coming to the park, you know, constantly over and over, and I'm like, shit, what's going on with that, you know? And, you know, a partner of mine, you know, he used to do his thing, and I talked to him, I'm like, man, what you got going on? And, you know, from one thing to the next, you know, I jumped in it. I jumped in it.
You have any regrets?
This time, at the end, as I done got much older, you know what I'm saying? And at that, my last Joe's, I lost my mother. I lost a cousin and an aunt. So that's what I regretted, you know, being locked up and, you know, not being there for my mom.
When you say this time, What you mean this time?
Cause this time was my last time, but it also cost me.
Meaning you've been before?
Yeah, I've been way. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
How old were your first time you think you remember going to jail?
I mean, I was in my 20s. You know, like I said, I was a good boy. I graduated. You know, I did all that. You know, I just got. You know, after I got out of high school, it was on. You know.
What schools did you attend in Baton Rouge?
From Red Elementary, I went to McKenna Junior. From McKenna Junior, they bused us to Robbie Lee. I wanted to go to McKenna Senior. But Lee wasn't bad. I mean, at first I didn't like it, you know, but when you really got down to it, you know, Lehigh wasn't a bad place. You know, I mean, I got in the band, you know what I'm saying? I was playing Eye of the Tiger, you know, white music, you know what I'm saying? Marching, you know, we wasn't doing no jukebox stuff, but it was all right.
That's right. You mentioned Boo Milton earlier about y'all taking a trip down to y'all want to cover the Casino first so you're gonna ride out.
Right.
Can you remember how you know Boo and when you met Boo? Cause Boo a good dude. He always been good to me, man.
Boo a legend in his own rights, man. I met Boo, man. When I was young, I knew Boo. I heard of Boo. You know, I used to go to Cumberland Expressway Park when I used to play for Brick. I used to see him in there playing ball, you know, with the big old afro.
That's right.
You know, that was Boo Milton. Yeah. So that's how I met Boo.
All right. That's right. And I heard about this incident. You could tell me if this is true or not. I always heard about Boo will squash a beef before he let anything happen. And I know a lot of us learn from it.
Right.
I heard you were in an incident one time with one of our homeboys, Titty Bum. And it so happened that Boo intervened in that.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, man. We was across the river gambling. And you know, back then, you know, everybody might owe a few $100 here and there. There ain't no big money. But anyway, Titty Bump, you know, he had it on his mind. Maybe we was drinking or something. Anyway, he just draw down on me like, man, where my money at? I'm like, man, come on, man, what you tripping on?
You put it down.
Yeah. And Box was right there, you know. That's what we call Boo Milton Box, you know. So he was like, man, hold up, man, whatever the man. Oh, here you go. And that man was like, I don't want it from you. I want his. I'm like, oh, man, this nigga here, they must got something on here. Might have been one of them women or something, you know, problem. But that's how that happened, bro. That was the first time, bro, that ever happened to me, man.
Boo ended up.
And Boo froze that, bro. But
family life, man. Women. You got a woman, you married, children. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I have a woman. I have a wife. Yeah, I'm married. But unfortunately, right now she's incarcerated. But it's difficult. I ain't not being in the house, this big house, by myself, you know. But I'm getting used to it, you know. But she'll be home soon. Yeah. Well, what happened was I came home in around November, and she was here. I mean, accepting me, you know, come home, boom, everything, and she ended up getting her time, and her day to turn herself in was like in January or something. So we really had like a month just to even must be together, you know. So that was real hard, man.
Right. Well, hopefully she be home soon. Shout out to her. Shout out to your woman, bro.
Thank you.
So what you been doing since she been gone? I mean, I know you Calvin Ricks, nigga. What you been doing?
Well, I ain't the Calvin Ricks who I once was, you know. But yeah, I've been trying to make it, you know. Me not being in the game anymore. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it's hard. I opened up a little mechanic shop. You know, it's doing fairly well. I have a few rent houses, so right now that's all. You know, I'm making like that.